That's right, Chris. So yeah, one of the tools that I'm really excited about is going to be the K-Tower. Now there has been an amazing change when it comes to this K-Tower. So let's go ahead, let's start with the base just to show you some of the features. All right, you might be asking yourself, what's different about this tower to other towers that are on the market? Well, I'm about to tell you, there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of different attachments and modularity to this tower like no other. So let's go ahead and let's check out this base. Now, if you notice, we have a reinforced base. What this actually allows us to do, it allows us to be a little bit more aggressive. We know this is going to be in a body shop, so we know that guys are going to be a little bit more aggressive with their tools. Now, you'll notice the reinforced base, but not only that, you're going to also notice a roller. So for some instances, you know, if you're working on a rocker panel, or maybe even here on the quarter, you want to get that nice straight down pull. So this allows you to do that as well. Now, one of the coolest things here, and I kind of wanted to save that to the end, but I really want to show you guys a really awesome feature that we now installed onto this K-Tower, and that is going to be battery powered. Now, no more airlines, right? So all I'm gonna do is hook in my battery, push the button on the bottom, and you're gonna notice this is gonna give you an even stronger suction to the floor, okay? Now, very quiet, I'm gonna turn my nozzle here, and we can watch that right before our eyes start sucking down to the floor. Now it's gonna shut off. So this is gonna be a very quiet polling tower, which is phenomenal as well. Right there, it's shut off. Now, whenever I'm pulling and I'm working with it, whenever this slightly loses a little bit of air, guess what's gonna happen? That battery's gonna kick back on and it's gonna stay suctioned down to the floor and be quiet at the same time. For even you PDR guys, right? You work in, you know, tighter areas at times, especially if you got a brick and mortar shop and you don't have an air compressor big enough to use the tower to get the full capabilities of it. This is a great option for you because now it's battery powered. One of the greatest features that I love about this tower. Now we kind of move up, we're getting down into our post now, our extrusion. A lot of features with this as well, okay? Now, when you're working big, large, complex dents, like right here, we had a pretty decent sized smash. One of the things that drove me nuts is having to move my tower. So instead of having to unhook the airline and move my tower over, now we have full articulation here to be able to pivot either all the way to the left, as you see here, and then we can hook up and pull, or if I need to come all the way to the right, you're gonna be able to do the same thing, right? So we're gonna be able to work that whole area while keeping the tower exactly where it needs to be, saving us time, making us more money. Now, another great feature we have as well, go ahead and set this back up, tighten this down, is going to be our crown holder. Now, great option. You know we reinforced the base, so we know we got more power with this. So if we're working on a rear body, maybe in a core support, doing rough out pulls, that's where this crown holder is gonna come into play. So I can get even more pulling power if I have this secured against something strong on the panel. So maybe I'm working a dog leg. That wouldn't be a bad call to hook up this crown holder so I can get a stronger pull right there on the edge. So keep in mind with this crown holder as well, it can be removed and placed higher up the beam. Keep in mind, this is one of the tallest beams in the industry as well. So if we're working on cab corners, you know, transit vans, something that's a little bit higher off the ground, this is a great option to be able to adjust and move pretty darn quick, okay? Another great feature to this tower is gonna be infinite adjustment, okay? So you're gonna have your ratchet here. A lot of times when we get to a certain point, that last click might be a little bit too much. That's where infinite adjustment is gonna come into play to really dial in those repairs. And always remember, this tower works perfectly in conjunction with our premium system. So our T-nut allows you to pull every adapter in the system as well. So as you can see, we got that battery powered, super quiet. I can go ahead, just make a nice pull. Maybe I get to a point right here, too much tension with the ratchet. Let's go down here to the infinite adjustment and lightly dial that in. So there's so many features with this tower, and I highly recommend that you use this tower, give it a try, and you'll see that it's the best on the market.